This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. Looking at one of my gold pans and my shovel. I've carried a gold pan since 1973 when I got married. I bought my first gold pan when it was out at Colorado Springs and walking around there. There's a couple of places that had some gold panning that they'd teach you how to do it, number one, and they'd sell you a pan too. And so I bought one for a $5 bill. I still have it, the original. And though I have bought a second one, I had that one in use for 40 years. I've had this one for a couple of years now. And so I've always enjoyed panning. My wife and I don't care to fish, and my wife only hunts deer 2 weeks out of the year, yet we still like to get out in nature. And so panning has always been an excuse to go out and walk the rivers. If you see a sandbar, it doesn't hurt to stop a few minutes and pan a little bit and just see what's out there. And of course, we're not just panning for gold. I'm always looking for meteorites and arrowheads, other options as well. And yes, I've found right in riverbeds some very nice arrowheads, and I've found pieces of pottery, Indian pottery, different things that are out there, including some meteorites, and all are valuable. You bet. Worth your time if you have nothing else to do, or you just want to get out and enjoy nature and maybe make a nickel or two off to the side at the same time. But whatever activity you do, the first thing you ask yourself is it legal? You must check that out. And then the next thing you say, okay, am I on private property? If I am, get permission. Don't get busted for trespassing. That's not a good thing. And rest assured, nowadays they can sue you for trespassing, and the state and everything from the game and parks to everybody else, law enforcement would love to get a promotion and eat lobster by destroying your life for trespassing. Don't give them that right. Get permission, and when you get permission, get it in writing, including their name, their phone number, so that if you're stopped, and I have been, I can just hand them that and say, there you go. And they call them up immediately because they won't trust you, and find out that yes, they own said land and they have given me said permission. And then they have to go their merry way, sadly, because they don't get to destroy my life that day. And I don't want them to destroy your life either. So keep it legal, whatever you're doing, including panning for gold. And here's some of the ways that I do it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. I've got just a few tiniest of tiny specks here. So the Republican can produce you a little bit of gold, but you'll work all day for just a few specks. I've yet to ever hit the mother lode, to say the least. I know a lot of people will tell you to buy a lottery ticket. Hundreds of millions of people, though, are all doing it, and only a few ever win. So personally, I think just taking a gold pan out once in a while and trying your luck. Doesn't matter what river you're on. If you got sand, there's a good chance you might find a little bit of something. Oh, we're 200 miles from the mountains. I get it. I understand that the only stuff that gets this far down on the Republican are very tiny stuff, like in here. And this is all day's panning is what I've got stockpiled up in here. And there's a few specks of gold, just the tiniest of specks of gold here. And I've went through probably 20 pans to get just those few specks. But needless to say, it's out here. There might even be a mother lode somewhere around McCook and the Republican River. And so, needless to say, if you got nothing else to do or you want to enjoy outdoors, you're not really a hunter or a fisherman, you can still pan, enjoy the outdoors, and you'll learn a hobby and maybe a skill that might be worth its weight in gold, real gold, down the road. Rate this film.